Me, like I was married to a white man before, so if I'm going to the store with you and you're a pastor, you have your master's of divinity, you're an educated man, you're a gentleman. Being comfortable in the relationship and feeling good and safe. And I had never had that, like ever. Nobody had taken that kind of, like verbalized that kind of care. And so that was amazing.
So I started jumping on planes and going to Nashville at least once a month because I was like, I gotta see her. I can't wait. I gotta see her. And I had to plan all of that around me still being a single dad, having the kids. So the very first time I left, like I think on a Friday, got there, was it Saturday morning?
You got in on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it was a Friday morning.
Friday morning.
We had breakfast, we spent the whole day together, we had a date.
Mm-hmm.
I took you to your hotel, and then the next morning I picked you up and took you to the airport.
I mean, it was like less than 20
It was good,
because I had to get back to church, get back to my kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was, but
That's why nobody at church knew, because he would come and just do those really short, like,
and then gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had to. We also, because we had kids, we had to like make sure we wanted to make sure this was good before we brought our kids in.
Yep.
Which we took a long time to
We
do that.
dated 6 months before bringing in the kids.
How did that? Because you have Emma and you had your 4 kids. So how did you guys?
Yeah, we planned to like meet up about 5.5, 6 months into dating, and I flew out here because that was what was easiest at the time. And man, they loved each other. But before that, he started telling them about me and Emma. So there was like a little, like maybe a couple weeks of preparing them and showing them pictures.
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned in your video that you're very different, right?
Yeah.
And he's a minimalist. You're an artist. He's a pastor. You're an artist. So how do you blend that? How do you visit each other's worlds? How do you be? What does it look like?
You forgot to say that Meg is also ex-Amish. This is huge.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, ex-Amish.
That's also
that's my
another
conservative
dynamic.
upbringing. Yeah. You're good at this, so I'm gonna let you answer this question.
Oh gosh. I just think that it's a lot of noticing each other. Of course, male, female, but besides that, I'm a Caribbean guy, minimalist, yes, pastor, yes, all of that stuff. But I think what really helped is just Meg is very intentional. When she asks questions about me, questions about my culture, what do I like, what I don't like. I did the same thing, and sometimes you just notice things. Like I just noticed things about her. Again, she's Amish. She loves popcorn. She eats popcorn.
Addicted, right? Did you find the cure yet?
No, it's not.
I even have a popcorn tattoo now, so
She has a popcorn
there's
tattoo.
no going back.
That's how much she's committed to this thing. I mean, who gets a popcorn tattoo? I mean, that's how committed she is.
Yeah.
But Meg is super exposed. She loves different cultures. I cook weird things, curry, and she's like, yeah, let's go. She's willing to try, and I think when it comes to blending cultures and stuff like that, you don't have to like everything. You don't have to know everything. The key is the willingness in her heart. She's just willing to learn. She's willing to know. And that was one of the things that when I decided to date a white woman, that was one of the things for me was, because I had never done that before. I was married to a Caribbean woman before, etc., and I never thought I would date someone outside my culture. But I had a conversation with a gentleman that's pretty long, and what I took out of that conversation is if I was to ever remarry, I wanted to remarry for love and not for culture.
Okay.
Because I feel like culture is something that you can learn. When it comes to love, it's either there or it's not there. You can be with someone with the same culture and they could hate your guts. You know, you can be someone who is not from the same culture and they could love your culture and appreciate things about your culture. And for me, that was one of the things that I found attractive about her is, man, that willingness to just jump in and just that willingness to celebrate. I have embraced more about my culture as a black man, as a minority black man, more since I've met her. Like, she's read more books on what it's like to be black more than I have. And she has actually challenged me to push forward and to be a better champion of
talk about it. Talk about your experience.
My experience.
Well, because I think because you're a black man and that's your experience. But I'm with you, and somebody stops you and searches you because you're coming out of a store, like, or we're walking into a place together, and all of a sudden, white people in the room get tense, and like,
this is real
things that are happening on a regular basis that I see, and sometimes you won't even see it because maybe you're used to it, and because of the way our world is, and it's not that. Racism just became a thing that, you know, exists like last year because of politics. It's been around for a very long time, people. And I think like sometimes I encourage you, like, you know, it's totally up to you, but like, and it's not your job to educate every white person out there. It's our job to educate ourselves, which is something that I took on years ago because I had friends that were black, and I used to make really ignorant comments like, well, even making comments like, well, my ancestors didn't own slaves, you know, because, and just so many unhelpful things, man. So I learned, I had very gracious like friends around me and stuff. So I've known that it would be helpful, and if people knew more about like what these daily experiences are. You have to do 10 more things. More than that, you have to do like 100 more things to be accepted or to be trusted, where my brother could just look like anything and walk into somewhere and not be distrusted simply because of the color of her skin, right? So it's something that I've become even more aware of being married to you, and talking about race was something that we did like on the very first date or second date. He asked me how my family would feel about me marrying a black man, and we had a very candid conversation about what that would look like. And I was very honest, like, you know, would probably be, you know, about what it would be like. So, that was all. And I don't think I've ever felt more seen in a relationship because of the way Kelvin notices things about me and my culture. I've had people be fascinated by me and literally just want to date me because I'm fascinating, and they're like, well, first it's a compliment, and then it's like you're just a novelty to someone. But with Kelvin, I've never been a novelty to him. I've been somebody that he just wants to get to know, and like whether he's teasing me about the popcorn thing or he's celebrating something else, I think it's something that we are really intentional about because with parenting and different parenting styles and being different, there are times when both of us feel like, man, the way I do it is way better. I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but the way you do it needs to change, okay? So there's plenty of, you know, sometimes you feel that way, but we've been really intentional with, okay, I'm gonna sit with this discomfort of disagreement and learn about this thing that's different. Yeah, lots of different, and for me, like as becoming a white stepmom of black kids, it's very important for me to learn about Kelvin's culture, not because, you know, not only because I love him, but because I want to honor the kids. I don't want to like, I've learned that black kids are raised differently, you know, they're prepared for life differently because they kind of have to be. So affirming them differently probably than I would my own daughter. Like I'm big on affirmations, and of course doing their hair is a different process. So like it's very important for me to learn that. And I feel like if you are going to be part of an interracial relationship, you want to be with someone who honors you and you honor them, and you're really ready to do that.
One of our family night rituals is before the kids go to bed, my kids always come and says, can you put lotion on me? because Meg religiously lotions the kids every single night to the point where it's like a very tender moment, very special moment where they want her to do it now instead of me doing it. But she took it upon herself because she just understands. Like for me, I'm just very big and I don't want my kids walking around ashy and stuff like that. And Meg is very like she notices those stuff now and will do it very intentionally throughout the day before they go to school. I don't even think about it now. She's just like, hey, come back here.
You are good at communicating early on. You're like, hey, because one of our daughters wasn't being like lotioned properly. She had like scars and she had eczema. And I noticed that, but I was like, eczema looks different on black skin than it does on white skin because my Emma had eczema too at one point. So, and you were like, hey babe, I just like really need help to like stay on top of this. Like her skin really needs some extra attention. So all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, this is what we need to do. Okay. So then I was like, but you communicated that. So I think we're really good at like, hey, like, can you help with this?
Meg will be the type of person that be at Walmart talking to black ladies about hair products. She literally will
I have found the most amazing, helpful mothers. Of course, I like lean on professional advice and friends that are like willing to be like, hey, you need to get this product and stuff like that. But I'm not like, I will say to a stranger, hey, you know what? My stepdaughter, she has this type of hair and I'm just like really not sure if this one's better, and she'll be like, oh, you'll find find the most amazing, helpful people.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful process.
I think y'all answered the rest of my questions. So we're gonna play like a little game just to end this. But thank you so much. This was amazing. And I should have secretly asked questions, but that's fine. Pastor Kelvin, what is Meg's go-to drink?
Oh, well, I know she's addicted right now to LaCroix.
Yep.
Okay.
Did I put you onto that, or were you before we met? Did you like that?
Oh, I liked it, but no, you have just gobbled those things down. You have sucked me all the way into LaCroix
right now, for sure.
And coconut water, but that's not. You're the one that's more obsessed with coconut water.
So he got it. Okay. And what is Pastor Kelvin's hidden talent?
Ooh, hidden talent. I mean, he can. Like, let's see. Some of these he would be embarrassed if I say. We found out that we both like love hymns and like singing hymns because we were both raised so conservative. He's an extremely good tambourine player.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like blood stains on his tambourine from back in the island days, like just playing that thing till his hands bled. So like this man is like, and he can play it with his eyes closed, which is actually hard to do. So yeah. Mean tambourine player, man. You'll get that out for family devotions.
Okay, and the last question, this is a TikTok question. Who said I love you first?
Ooh. Do you even remember? Because I don't think I do. I don't remember. I remember the night it happened. We both said I love you, but I don't remember who said it first. It was like right around Christmas time.
Yeah.
3 months into dating.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and.
Wow.
I know like one of us said it and the other one was like, I love you too.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Took a while for me to get that out there.
Yeah.
Kind of old school, you know.
Yeah.
You want to throw it out without it being, you know.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. This was amazing. I've learned so much. This conversation was very personal to me, even though it's going to be posted and everything. But I wanted to have a conversation about this. So thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, your story, your experiences, and I know for sure that it would help. So thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.